Tino. Are you rolling right now? I can't believe they let him do it. Wendell must have stepped in and said, let him do it. showing my maturity. Oh, it's okay for 14-year-olds to do it because... Well, after the battle of the cheerleader squads, I don't think we had that on tape, but basically the reason for the delay is because the Tuckahoe cheerleaders, or dance team, whatever they call themselves these days, took so long. They didn't give up the court halfway through for the Hastings girls to do their routine. So Hastings Athletic Director Drew Wendell stepped in and said, hey, our girls need a chance to perform at the county center also. We weren't giving our a lot of time. We want it, and they gave it to them. So they extended a halftime, and they gave, 4 minutes countdown, and we'll have basketball in about 3 minutes.
Well, after the battle of the cheerleaders, do we have some halftime statistics there, Keith?
So far right now, it's been the Jamal Webb show. He's got 19 points in the first half. Brandon Murray contributed 7. Ronnie Strand had 4. For Tuckahoe, on Hastings' ledger, Danny Blake has 5. Joe Flaherty has 4, Jimmy Segru with the 1 3-pointer, and George Skrelja has 5 points for their 17. And basically, it's been the Jamal Webb show. We could talk all we want about Hastings' foul shooting, about Hastings' lack of getting the fouls down deep when they have it, about them not shooting well from the floor. But let's face it, Jamal Webb had almost his season average in a half.
Hastings went into the locker room. They're down by 13, but they're not going to panic. They know in the second quarter they pretty much shut down Webb with their 1-3-1 zone defense. They just didn't really get it going on the offensive end. They showed signs of it with some dribble penetration. Look for that to continue. But the key here is for Hastings not to panic. They're going to chip away at the lead. Look for the score. Look for the deficit to be about 5 or even 4 by the end of the third quarter, and then Hastings will go on a run. The key here, and I say a key a lot here, Keith, there's a lot of keys to this game. But Hastings is going to chip away, and then they just got to make sure they don't panic. And I can't see that happen. Coach Ward's not going to let that happen.
Well, James, I know I'm putting you on the spot here, but remember the score at the end of the first quarter?
Yes, it was 22-8.
All right, so they scored 22 points in the first quarter because Webb goes off. They score 8 in the second quarter. I think if they can hold Tuckahoe to 16 points in the second half and have Tuckahoe only score 46 points, I like Hastings' chances.
Absolutely, and that's what the 1-3-1 zone defense did. Then again, Tuckahoe has to go into the locker room, feeling very good about themselves, but they got to devise something to crack that 1-3-1 zone, else Hastings will make a nice comeback. Well, we got 22 seconds left before this beginning of the second half, and it should be a good one.
Again, some of the keys we talked about before the game. Flaherty out rebounding Strand and Gates. Gates got in foul trouble early, got taken out of the game, so he didn't have a lot of opportunity to get those offensive and defensive rebounds. But I did think that as a unit, the Strand-Gates unit did outplay Flaherty in that first half. Let's look for Joe to step up his game, play better in the second half, start grabbing those rebounds, start becoming a force on defense. And then, like we talked about on offense.
But Joe is going to need some help. He is doing a good job boxing out, but if he gets taken out by one guy, the other Hastings players have to step in and box out their man. There have been 3 instances where he did a great job boxing out, but one of the guards let their guy loose, and they got an easy offensive rebound. Hastings will start the second half with the possession. And we're about underway here, Keith.
So Chris Skrelja looking to inbound the basketball. He gets it to Segru.
Tuckahoe starting with the 3-2 zone defense.
Segru for the open 3. No kicks around the rim, no good. Rebound by Blake, high off the glass and good.
Great job, crashing the offensive boards right away. Hastings coming with a 2-2-1 press now.
Webb skip pass up to Murray, and that cracks it. They get the trap at half court they want. Melendez gets it to Gates. Back out to Melendez. Good pressure by Blake. Hastings playing like they're possessed coming out of the second half. Gates goes high off the glass, and they're Strand again with the rebound. And nice job defensively by Chris Skrelja. But again, you keep Ronnie Strand off the glass, you got a chance in this ball game. You don't do that, Tuckahoe wins. Webb looking to inbound. Swings it to Gates in the middle. His one-hander is good. And those are Mike Gates' first 2 points of the ball game. George Skrelja looking to operate high on the right wing. Hastings going left to right on your TV screen.
Keep him out!
Nice no-look pass to Skrelja from Skrelja. And Chris gets the call finally on the inside. Not able to convert, but he'll be going to the line. And that call on Mike Gates, and I believe that's going to be his third foul. And it is. I didn't get a chance to talk to you, but Sully Webb was the real deal.
Chris Skrelja with 2.
Skrelja 0 for 2 from the line tonight.
That puts Hastings at 5 for 14 from the line overall. They need to make some free throws, or down the stretch, they're gonna be hurt.
Flaherty doing a nice job being active on the glass. And he knocked it out of Gates' hands.
Look for Hastings to pick off the cross-court pass here. That's a violation. You may not pass to another person out of bounds after if their basket has not been scored. If there was a basket scored, they can do that, but that's a travel violation.
Segura looking to inbound it. Watch that 5-second call. Finally, he gets it to Flaherty, who swings it across to George Skrelja. He takes the open three from the top of the key and drains it.
And it's a 10-point game with 6:47 left to go.
Murray looks to penetrate against Hastings, finally gets it to Webb. Webb tries a no-look pass. It was deflected and picked off by Skrelja. George looking to operate. Wanted to take the three, but gives up to Shakur for penetration. No good. Rebound Flaherty. Blake open for three, and he nailed it! And Hastings has the crowd into it, and they're pumped up and flying!
Great call by Tuckahoe here with a timeout. Hastings comes out storming, cuts the lead from 13 down to 7 with only 1:47 into the second half. And that's all what the key here was their defense. They picked it up a notch, getting some keyboards, and 2 big threes by Blake and Skrelja.
Dennis Kirkland, definitely the head coach from Tuckahoe, did not like what he saw, so he burned a timeout there. What's he saying to his troops right now in the huddle, James?
He's saying settle down, okay? You came out, you did a great game, you had a great job in the first half, but you had to expect Hastings to get a run. He's saying to his troops, let's stop this run. You know I told you at halftime that they're gonna make a run. Let's just stop the bleeding, get a patient shot here, and get a bucket here and get the game back on our side. Tuckahoe inbounds, it's Hastings in their 2-2-1 zone press.
So Melendez has it, swings it across to Webb. Gets it to Strand in the corner. All the way across court to Murray. He penetrates, takes the open 10-footer. No good. Rebound by Strand. And how there's not any fouling going on, I don't ever know. They finally make the call. And it's going to be on Chris Skrelja. And that's his second. So Hastings again on defense. Webb will inbound. Swings it all the way out to Melendez at the top of the key. Blake on him. Chris Skrelja checking Webb man-to-man as Hastings goes to a man-to-man defense. And that defense causes a turnover, James.
But Hastings has to do a better job. 5 people have to crash the boards on defense because all of Tuckahoe's guys are crashing. Now, look for Hastings to be able to break out with a quick long pass if they can get a nice long rebound, because all of Tuckahoe is crashing.
Yeah, Tuckahoe has five offenders in the paint when they shoot. Blake swings it across to Skrelja. He dribble penetrates, flicks it up, and he traveled before the call.
Blake was calling for the ball. He was wide open in the corner jump shot, and George just missed him.
So Hastings with that trap, looking to stop Tuckahoe from getting their penetration. Melendez swings around top of the key, and they switch to that 1-2-2 half-court zone. Webb, wild shot off the glass, no good. Murray gets it. His shot's no good, and George Skrelja gets the rebound. He was fouled by Webb, no call. George Skrelja gets in deep, kicks it out to Blake for three, and it's good!
Great dribble penetration by George Skrelja and kicking it out to Blake. It's a 4-point game and almost a turnover.
Hastings doing
a 10-second violation, and it is! And the defense is really picked up right now. Give that call to Coach Ward for calling that out, because there was actually 26 seconds on the shot clock when he called the 10-second violation. Great job, Coach Ward.
So Hastings has it. They have a chance to cut the lead to 1 or 2. Segru to Skrelja for the open three, short. Rebound, Flaherty, that's what he's got to do. 2 points for Joe Flaherty.
And with 4:19 to go in the third quarter, it's a 32-30 game. Hastings has come all the way back.
Looked like a travel call, no call. Webb hits for 2.
That's only the second bucket scored by Tuckahoe this quarter, but a great drive penetration by Jamar Webb, and now we have a typical CYO kid, has his shoelaces untied. As you know, every single one of these Hastings players came up through the St. Matthews CYO program. And
Danny, keep firing, Danny, keep firing.
And typically,
baby,
those shoelaces do get untied.
Nice pass, kicked it out for Blake. He had a guy running at him, so it's no good. He tries to get it to Skrelja. Across to Segru for the open three. No good, ball on the floor. Nice hustle by Flaherty, kicked it out, almost got it, but it'll be Tuckahoe basketball.
One major adjustment that Hastings has done, they've actually put George Skrelja on the point and let Jimmy Segru take the wing, where he might do a better job to dribble penetration.
Elliot Melendez with a wild shot, and that's the kind of play Hastings wants. They got a nice stop again, and they have to convert here. They need to capitalize on these opportunities to take the lead or tie the game. Blake for three, short, rebound Flaherty! Nice job by Joe Flaherty, an amazing offensive rebound. He came up with it and was fouled in the process.
Well, you said it, Keith, that Joe Flaherty had to step it up, and I think Coach Ward did the same thing to him, and he certainly has come out the gate really fired up. He's gotten 3 very key offensive rebounds. Now, right now, Hastings has done a great job coming back. They have to realize it's a game now. They've gotten back into the game, and they can play their game now.
Well, they're on a 13-4 run here, James. It's 34-30. 3:20 remaining in the third quarter. And like you said, you want it down to 8. How about 4 going into the fourth quarter?
Flaherty makes 1 of 2. Hastings still staying in their 2-2-1 zone. Coach Ward trying to get the crowd fired up.
Hastings has it down to 3 on their 14-4 run. And a nice job by George Skrelja. Knocked the ball out of bounds. And Hastings
caught an unfortunate break there, because if that was connected there, it might have been a 10-second violation.
And again, if Webb had passed it back, it would have been a 10-second violation. But he didn't. He got it to Murray in the front court. Nice touch pass by Webb. Gets to the gates. No good. Tip in by Webb.
Well, that's started from a great penetration by Webb. It's a 5-point game right now, 2:50 to go in the quarter.
Well, James, typically what happens here is when a team makes a real strong run and when the team has a huge lead on them, they make a push to get it down to 3 or 4. They've exhausted all their emotion and all their energy that they have, and usually the team that had the big lead kind of chips away and gets it back. Hastings has to do a good job here of not allowing that to happen.
That's a great point, and right there it just occurred. Great pass by Skrelja to Flaherty, and we're back to a 3-point game with 2:20 to go.
Melendez gets it across, now Webb has it. He's looking to operate the top of the key. Tries to do a little bit too much there. And Chris Skrelja comes away with it. Webb hacks Segru, no call again. And Hastings goes into their offense. George gets it to Flaherty down low. He takes the shot and gets the foul called on Gates.
Well, Flaherty has really stepped it up. He's not typically known for his offense, but Tuckahoe has chose to leave him open in the second half. And Hastings is just saying, you know what? Let's give it down to Flaherty. He's got 4 points. How many points does Flaherty have, Keith?
Joe's got 9 on
9 points, most of which is coming in the second half. Fourth personal foul on number 42, Mike Gates. So that's a big, huge foul, because that's a big presence underneath.
Fulvio in for Strand, not Gates. It was a misunderstanding by Fulvio. And I don't think he's not allowed to check back in. That should be a technical foul.
The referees are consulting. Now, he came out of the game. He's got to be checked out until the next, at least time runs off the clock. He came off the court.
Just get him off instead of clean him off. Just, you know what?
So this is a great call here by the officials, staying right on top of it. Gates has to come back in the game and cannot be subbed in until the time has got clicked off the clock.
Now, it's all a moot point if Flaherty makes the foul shot, because then they could just sub in. But if Flaherty doesn't make it, you don't think so?
I will have to check, but I think time has to go off. We'll see.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, all right. You are right, James. Time has to come off the clock. Flaherty nails the second one. Hastings within 1.
So hopefully Hastings can take advantage of it and go out of Gates and maybe pick up a cheap, quick foul.
Yeah, to get him out of the game and off the glass should be huge for Hastings. Webb looking to do a little bit too much, in my opinion. Tries to operate and kicks it over to Fulvio. Finally, Webb gets it back. Jump stop. Kicks it to Fulvio. His shot is good.
Great use of the jump stop and great dish by Webb. Webb is looking now to probably take over the game, and he probably shouldn't. He might be trying to force a couple things, just let the game come to him, and Tuckahoe should be okay.
That was my point exactly, James. Segru to tie it. No good. Jump ball. Rebound by Webb. Hastings needs a stop here. They cannot afford to go down by 5. Out of bounds on Fulvio. Nice job by Jimmy Segru. And now Strand will check back in the game for Gates.
Well, Tuckahoe was fortunate. They had a little mishap in the substitution, and Gates did not pick up his 5th foul. With 1 minute to go, Hastings down by 3.
38-35. George Skrelja looking to operate. Gets it to Chris in the high post. Nothing there, so he gives it up to his brother George. He looks at dribble, penetrate, hits Blake in the corner for 3. No good, long rebound to Webb. He has numbers. Kicks it across to Murray. No good, rebound by Webb. Up and good.
Oh, great pass by George Skrelja, but Flaherty cannot hold on to it.
Hastings down by 5, and they cannot afford to go down by 7 or 8 here and make you look pathetic.
One shot!
Webb cross court to Strand, picked off by George Skrelja. 17 ticks on the clock. Hastings trailing 40-35. Across to Segru, Blake open for 3, back to Segru. Penetrates for the 8-footer, and it's good. That's Jimmy Shagru's 5th point of the night.
I would have to say that the third quarter belonged to Hastings, Keith. Hastings came out on fire. There's defensive intensity, and the key to that was Joe Flaherty on the offensive boards and making some key, getting some key passes from George Skrelja with layups and the foul. And it's a 3-point lead, Keith.
The Hastings defense did not come to play in the first quarter. They let Mr. Webb wreak havoc upon them, giving up 22 first quarter points.
The only thing I have to say about that is I disagree with you there. They did come to play. I think they were in the wrong defense. They played a man-to-man, and Webb is too good of a player to really stick one-on-one. However, when he got by somebody, Hastings failed to step in and help. They went to the zone. They've really checked him up now, and now they're really contained him. And how many points they score in the third quarter?
Well, that's what I was going to say. They scored 8 points in the second quarter, 10 points in the third quarter. If they can hold them to 9 points in this fourth quarter, I like Hastings' chances. They've been on a 20-10 run here in the second quarter.
Well, Keith, you made a good point before. When a team does come back, you exert a lot of energy. And Hastings did a great job after the comeback. Tuckahoe got back into rhythm, but Hastings maintained just a 3-point deficit. So right now we have a ball game. Okay, it's 40-37, 1 quarter to go. Loser goes home. Hastings looking to protect their undefeated season and go on to Sunday's championship against North Salem. Hastings will inbound the ball.
Hastings with the ball and a chance to tie or cut the lead to 1. George at the point looking operate. Swings it across. Blake trying to hit from 3.
Tuckahoe in a 1-2-2 zone defense, allowing Hastings just to go around the perimeter.
Skrelja no good. Blake tried to rebound over Webb, no good. Over to Melendez. And that was all George Skrelja, intimidating. Did a nice job. But again, this is Tuckahoe's 3rd shot. And Webb finally gets fouled. But if you give Tuckahoe 3 opportunities, they're going to get fouled or convert every time.
Typically on a fast break, when you have a 3-on-1 and you miss the first shot, typically you get the rebound. And that's because the rest of the returning defense thinks it's an automatic basket, so they don't get back.
But George Skrelja did do an excellent job. He denied Melendez the layup, and Webb ends up with the 2 foul shots. Webb hasn't touched the ball in a while offensively, and he goes cold.
I think it's important over the next 3 or 4 minutes is for Hastings to get the lead. They get the lead, it's going to put the pressure on Tuckahoe, and I don't think they're going to be able to handle that.
Webb missed that one, and finally a call goes Hastings' way. Webb 2 for 6 in the foul line tonight.
George Skrelja operating from the point.
Webb's got 21 in the ball game. More than half of Tuckahoe's points. Hastings doing a nice job swinging the ball around, creating an open look for Skrelja.
I think George got caught in the middle. He did some penetration. He kind of got caught between passing it or shooting it. Referee doing a good job settling a little dispute. Both of them shake hands. Great job getting control of the game. Hastings now in a 2-2-1 zone press. Both teams starting a little slow in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, James, very slow. I agree. I was just thinking that. Hastings needs to get some points. You know, they've gone a minute now of this fourth quarter, and they haven't scored. So it's great to shut Tuckahoe down.
Definitely got away with a travel. It's not a clean jump stop.
I stopped what I was saying because I couldn't believe my eyes that I didn't hear the whistle with a travel call. They gave him the 2 steps plus the jump stop. That's 4 steps they gave him on that. Anyway, Hastings stopped it, and now they have the ball offensively. They have to convert. Shagru for 3. And there's 2 Tuckahoe defenders there to rebound. Webb had it. He gets it up, and Jimmy Shagru just selling out and does a nice job defensively.
Now Hastings made a good move putting George at the point for the time, but I think it's time maybe to move him back down because they're getting nothing inside right now. So they're going to have to, I think, get him down low so he can do some operation down in the paint.
Who scored for Tuckahoe? I missed it. Webb has it, and he gets fouled from behind. And that might be Chris Grelger's 4th personal foul. Yes, it is.
Jamal Webb at the line shooting 2 with 6:20 to go in the game. 42-37 Tuckahoe. Makes the first. Makes both ends. Now Tuckahoe back up to it by 7 with 6:19 to go. Hastings needs a bucket.
James, I got Jamal Webb with 26 points in the ball game. The next leading scorer is Brandon Murray with 7. I told Coach Ward that I didn't think one player in the county center could take his team to victory by himself. So far, Jamal Webb has proven me wrong.
Well, he's doing everything right now. And what I find him doing the best is keeping the ball alive on the offensive rebounds. He's doing a great job. And when you get those offensive rebounds, you're either going to get fouled or you're going to get the easy bucket.
Yeah,
Hastings down by 7. 6 minutes ago. They need a big basket here, okay? Right now, Tuckahoe's had a nice defense in this fourth quarter, and Hastings hasn't scored, okay? So they need a big bucket, but they need to get inside. They need Grelger to go back down low.
And I like Danny Blake and Jimmy Segura shooting threes from the outside. That's what got them back into this game, was Danny Blake's 3 threes in a row. So Blake on the wing, gets it to Segura, who penetrates. Tries to get it to Flaherty, no good. Out of bounds, Tuckahoe ball. These are the opportunities that Hastings needs to capitalize on if they want to win this ball game.
Well, Hastings in a man-to-man defense.
Webb has it, looks to penetrate against 4 guys. He does, and it's good for 2. So Grelger looking to answer on his end, and that better be a blocking foul. It is, and we won't have to open up an investigation yet.
George looking to take it on his shoulders, get back in the offensive swing. He's going to look to try to dribble and penetrate. He hasn't done much of that yet. Look for him to take over in these remaining 5.5 minutes.
Tuckahoe's lead is now 9, 46-37. And Hastings desperate. They got Blake open for 3. He chose not to take it. Swings it across to Chris. Blake from NBA land nails it for 3.
Very big three-pointer. You can't defend that. You're going to leave him open from NBA. Hey, God bless him for making the shot. That's what Tuckahoe's saying.
So it's 46-40. Tuckahoe on top. 5 minutes remaining in the ball game. In regulation, I should say. Webb with the spin move. No good again. Rebound by Gates. No good. Rebound by Gates. Good. 3 looks. They get it. Segura goes baseline, floats it up, no good. Rebound by Strand, gets it to Webb, and he's fouled by Blake.
Well, Hastings going to have to take some chances. That's not a bad foul by Blake. They only have 14 fouls for the half. So we're going to look to put some pressure on him right now.
Blake's got the hot hand, James. I got to get him the basketball with an open look. Do whatever I can to free him up. He's the one that's firing on all cylinders right now. Gates gets it down low. Again, rebound by Strand, and it's good. Hastings has to get some defensive rebounding. They can't let him get on the offensive glass like they're doing.
Well, it's the man-to-man defense that's hurting them again.
Blake open for three, steps up, shoots from 17, and he nails it.
You're right, Blake does have the hot hand, and he might be the one that might carry them.
He's got 21 in the ball game. That's half of Hastings' 42 points.
Need a good defensive stand here.
Webb gets it across to Melendez, who gives it back to Webb. Jump stop, no good. Rebound by Chris Skrelja. Hastings with a chance to cut into the 8-point lead. And Segru dribbles down the middle of the lane, has the layup, and it's no good. Rebound, Gates. Hastings had a chance to cut it to 6. They couldn't capitalize. And Kirkland calls a timeout.
Well, Hastings has been in this position before. Against Leakin Watts, they were down by 6 with just under a minute and a half to go, and they came back and sent it into overtime. So it's not unfamiliar territory right now. Play their game, look to drive. That's going to go in next time Jimmy takes the ball to the hole. Look for Jimmy Segru to start making some big shots, because he traditionally makes these big shots down the stretch.
Well, we talked about, that defense for Hastings, and so far, a little over half the quarter's gone by, and they've already given up 10 points in the quarter.
Goes back to that man-to-man defense. Once you get dribble penetration, everyone has to help. You leave other guys open, plus you leave the offensive boards open because somebody lost a man. And that's what's happening against Hastings.
Well, that's what's been happening, yeah. Tuckahoe's getting, 2-3 looks every single time down the floor. And, if I'm going to shoot 33% from the floor, but I'm going to get 3 looks every time down, I'm going to score a lot of points.
Good math there, Keith.
Come on, Tiger!
It'll be Tuckahoe basketball. They'll look to inbound. Plenty of time on the shot clock. And it looks like Hastings is back in that zone. They are in that 1-3-1 zone with Chris Skrelja at the top. And again, that defensive pressure by Hastings almost caused a turnover. And Chris Skrelja picks it away. Skrelja with a wild shot, no good, but Blake comes away with it. Hastings looked to settle down. And George for the open 3. Shot, no good, short. Stolen away by Blake.
That should be on Tuckahoe.
Foul on Ronnie Strand. 2:55 remaining in the game. Hastings trailing 50-42.
Well, Denny Blake doing a great job offensively, but right there, great job on the defensive end. Tuckahoe didn't see him come around, made the nice strip.
All right, Ronnie, don't worry, Ronnie.
Chris Skrelja looking to inbound the basketball.
That's number 4, Elliot.
He gets it to Segru in the corner.
Behind you.
Camille dribble around the top. Hits Blake for the open look. He stops, hits for 3. And it wouldn't have been good anyway. Hit the top of the backboard out of bounds. And Blake almost sent this crowd into a frenzy.
Hastings in there, half court, 1-3-1 trap.
Doing a nice job on defense. Murray has it now for Tuckahoe. Swings it across to Melendez. Down to Strand for the jumper, and it's good.
Big bucket by Tuckahoe. Hastings is looking to play soft defense when Jamal Webb's got the ball, but play really tough when everyone else has it.
Flaherty's shot no good, but Skrelja did a nice job rebounding, and he nails it. And that's Chris Skrelja's first 2 points of the ball game. 52-44, Tuckahoe on top. Webb penetrates, and he's fouled by Blake on the shot. so Webb will shoot 2, try to extend it to a 10-point lead with 2 minutes remaining in the game, in regulation.
You have to give Webb a lot of credit. He has a very good knack to be able to dribble, penetrate, and avoid the offensive charges all the time. Hastings can't seem to get in front of him. He seems to slither away left or right and not make the contact and still make the bucket.
So the foul is on Danny Blake. That's his 2nd, team's 5th, and Webb will be shooting 2.
This is the first. Hastings going to look to rebound and push it up.
Webb 4 for 9 from the line tonight. Make it 5 for 10. And Tuckahoe has a 9-point lead. Skrelja gets it across half court. Triple team. Skip past the Segru. And he has Chris open. George looking to penetrate, can't do it. Hits Blake for the open 3. And Blake's gone cold. Melendez will break out. And not excellent job by Blake getting back on D. And did they call an intentional foul? They called an intentional foul on that, James.
Intentional foul is third.
That's a very poor call. It's a very good. Caught up to him, grabbed the arm, pulled it down. Very poor call.
Melendez misses the first. That's his first foul shot. He's 0 for 1. He has no points in the game. Make that 1 as he goes 1 for 2. And Tuckahoe has a 10-point lead, the basketball, and 1:41 remaining in regulation. So Tuckahoe will look to inbound the basketball. And again, the clock is their friend now. They got to milk it and get the best shot they can get. As Webb just tries to do too much, turns and spins, and finally, maybe that was a makeup call, unless he's going on Skrelja. He's looking for Skrelja's number. He's got to call that on Gates. He does. That's Gates' 5th foul. So we'll get him out of the game.
Right, Mike, don't worry, Mike.
And Kirkland will send in Fulvio, who's got 4 himself. And he's going to use the full 30 seconds he has to replace the player for a quick 30-second timeout. James, if you're Hastings, how do you get back in this game and cut this 10-point deficit?
They don't have to resort to the three-point play yet, but they got to push it up and get a quick bucket. Okay, they can't afford to really go for the threes. If it's open, of course, for Danny Blake, let him shoot it, but they don't have to force it. Minute 33, while it's not too much, it's still enough time to get back quickly in this game, but they have to push it up.
Danny Blake's 5 of 9 for three-point shooting tonight, so he has had the hot hand. He's well above his season average of 10.7 at 21 points tonight. But again, George Skrelja well below his season average. He's only got 10 points in the ball game. He penetrates there, floating one-hander, no good. Rebound by Flaherty. Skip pass all the way to Segru. They get it to Blake. Jimmy for the open 3. It's going to be short. Rebound by Chris Skrelja. He gets tripped up. Webb comes away with it. Gets it to Murray for 2.
That might do it. 12-point lead with under a minute to go.
Skrelja had it, was trying to fly towards the basket, got poked away. Webb got it, and he ended up, and he came up and fouled Webb.
Team of the week.
You got to give Tuckahoe a lot of credit. They withstood the big run by Hastings. And in the fourth quarter, it almost looked like Hastings was a little bit out of gas. And Tuckahoe ran away with it in the fourth quarter.
That was the bottom line, you know. They've actually, you know, they've dominated this fourth quarter. They're on a 16-4 run here. 16-7 run here in the fourth quarter. Well, George scored to three whenever he can.
And then a timeout.
Well, Jimmy Segura had the ball poked away.
But the Tuckahoe defense still tenacious right now. 45 seconds to go.
Well, barring a miracle, this game's over. That foul's going to be on Fulvio. That's his fifth. So we'll have a quick 30-second timeout. Well, James, 41 seconds left. How do you get back in the game if you're Hastings?
Well, one, he's got to make these 2 free throws, get the quick steal bucket, and then call the timeout.
That'll put him down by 7.
Hey, they got the timeouts. Coach Ward does not like to call timeouts during the game. He's only used up 1. So he's got the timeouts. You know, it's going to take a miracle. But we need these 2 shots. When the clock is stopped, you need to make some points, and that's what's going to happen here.
Well, I mean, I think the story of the game right now is offensive rebounding. Tuckahoe has it. Hastings didn't. You know, that's been the story of the game. You know, when you get 2, 3, 4 looks at it every single time, then it's just a matter of time before you're going to win the ball game.
George Scarelza to the line, shooting 2.
Eli, team of the week, Eli.
Scarelza misses the first. He's now 3 of 9 from the line tonight. Flaherty keeps it alive on the glass, and finally Jamal Webb came down with the rebound.
Well, Jamal Webb has clearly dominated this game. He came in with a purpose, and he certainly has gotten everything on the offensive end, defensive end. As you see, Chris Scarelza fouling out. Jamal Webb will go to the line, shoot a 1-on-1. And pretty much, I think the miracle is now out the window.
Well, he misses the first. They come down, they hit a 3.
It's tough to score 12 points in 38 seconds, even with no defense. But Hastings going to fight to the wire.
Well, you have to. You know, I mean, you got to play it all out.
Come on, Tiger!
So Coach Ward will use his timeout now. Smart move, used all 30 seconds to get Josh Schneider into the ball game for Chris Scarelza, who fouled out. Then after that 30 seconds is up, then he burns the timeout. Yeah, I don't know what you do to draw it up. But you know, listen, this is a quality Tuckahoe basketball team. The latest New York State Sports Writers Association poll has them ranked 5th in the state. So obviously, you know, the people around the state have a great deal of respect for this Tuckahoe team. And you know, there's a team. Tuckahoe started off the year as the #1 team in the state. They lost that first game early to Hastings. Hastings came into the season ranked 4th in the state. They took over the lead, and they haven't lost yet. So they've run it to the wire. Tuckahoe, after their couple of losses, dropped down, made their way back up again after winning. Now they're 5th. And, you know, they have to play a very difficult North Salem team in the sectional finals here if Hastings can't pull out the miracle. I mean, it'll be an interesting game to see.
Well, you got to give credit to Tuckahoe. They came in, they had a purpose. And Jamal Webb had a mission. He was on it, and he certainly has come through. To the line, shooting 1-1.
That's his 31st point of the night. So Skrelja gets it across half court. They finally swing it to Blake. He doesn't have the three, so across court it to Segru. Skrelja from NBA land, in and out, no good. Rebound by Webb. And are they in the bonus yet? Yep, he'll be shooting at least a 1-on-1. And it's just a chance for Jamal Webb to hit to his point total.
Came up a little limping on that one. I think he maybe twisted an ankle or got poked in the eye or something. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, you don't want to see that.
No.
You don't want to see Jamal Webb get hurt with 23 seconds left in the game. He's going to come out of the game.
No, I think he got poked in the eye.
Oh, okay.
It's not going to come out when he's shooting from the line. Little poke in the eye. He'll be all right.
Jamal Webb shooting 1-1.
And he's stuck on that 31 numbers, missed his last 2 foul shots. And George Skrelja desperately trying to get it across. Fouled again by Webb, no call. His layup is no good. And Strand comes down with the rebound. Melendez gets it. And that'll be it. That'll be it. And if they don't call an intentional foul on that, how do you call an intentional foul on Blake and not one on that? He reached around him and grabbed him. But they won't. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter what's intentional or not. Because, I mean, basically, with only 5 seconds left, the game's over. Because even if it was intentional, they get the 2 shots, they inbound the ball, shoot it. Tuckahoe just watches it travel. They can't inbound it, so it'll be over.
Danny Blake shooting 2.
So Blake misses the first. Flaherty fouls Strand aggressively. So with 4 ticks on the clock, it's all but over. So Ronnie Strand will be on the line. Strand has 8 points tonight, make it 9.
We'll hear a great hand for Jamal Webb. Great game. 31 points. Lost track of the rebounds, but had to be at least 10.
At least, more than that. He had 10 offensive rebounds. And that'll be it. Your final from the County Center, the Tuckahoe Tigers 59 and Hastings High School 44.
Just keep filming the hand and shake. I'll come up.